Greetings. Today we have the waxing crescent moon continuing in Libra. It will finish up its time in Libra today. So we are continuing the themes of balance and finding that right balance that brings you inner peace, but also balance in relationships, right? So we're doing some relationship work with the moon in Libra. And as we reach these final degrees of Libra for the moon, we're getting ready to head into that Scorpio moon later today, where we dive deeper into intimacy, trust, and truth. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Wednesday, August 27th. So today we continue with this Libra energy, and we are continuing the work of looking at our lives to ask, where is balance needed? How can I cultivate inner peace? So those two things are similar, right? Different, but also not different. So when we think about balance in our lives, that is what creates that sense of inner peace and calm, that things are right, the feeling that things are right. But balance also means balancing out where things have gotten out of balance. So looking at, where is there too much? Where is there too little? Where have I not given attention to some part of my life? Where have I spent too much time on something that maybe I could back off on a little bit? So balance is that exercise of looking at what we need more of, what we need less of, to ideally, right, with the balance, think about scales, balancing, you want that place where everything is just holding steady. And for us, that can be that place of stillness and calm inside of us. So just taking a deep breath, and always a good idea all the time anyway, but air signs especially, air moons especially, that deep breath reminds us that we are connected to the earth, that we are connected to the universe around us, that communication is happening between us and the world around us, which is the breath, right? It comes in and it goes out. So we receive and we share. And by the way, if you experience my guided meditations, that is one of the things we do in those meditations, is feel that exchange and that connection of the receiving with the in breath and the sharing with the out breath. So that is a recurring theme in my guided meditations. I can't say that explicitly is in every single one, but the idea is there of the in breath and the out breath, and how we bring in the positive qualities that are going to be nourishing to us with that in breath. So we're also thinking about finishing this time with the moon in Libra, and Libra is more of a superficial energy. Not that anything really is superficial, but it's more on the obvious level. It's more on the you can see it level. And if you're paying attention, you can identify, where the conflict is, or where the imbalance is, or where something is not flowing smoothly. Then once we do that work of sort of identifying and thinking about stuff and kind of getting clear within ourselves of what the issues are, then we go into that Scorpio moon place of, okay, let's talk about where this is coming from, right? What is the deeper truth here? What is the emotion, the emotional foundation of this issue on the surface? And so once we get that opportunity with the moon in Libra to identify kind of what are the issues, where is the balance needed, what is out of balance, thinking about, even if we don't have all the answers, just kind of identifying like what we might want to give some attention to, then Actually, like it or not, the universe usually with the moon in Scorpio uh, guides us, I don't know, drags us through a process of transformation. And so that Scorpio energy brings us through the like, okay, here's the deeper pattern, here is the deeper energy and the source of where that is coming from, the deeper energetics or the emotional qualities, the need, right? It might be an unmet need for you and it plays out in your life in certain ways. Like, I'm not going to get all psychology focused here, but, but the point is that once the moon goes into Scorpio, we dive deeper. And so that happens today. And the moon goes into Scorpio at 6:26 p.m. Pacific time. So depending on your time zone, that may or may not be like a active part of your day. But the point is that as we move through that Libra energy, we're kind of, especially as we get to the end of the Libra degrees with the moon, we are getting clear about where the work is. And Libra is about relationships. So this may very well be something that shows up in relationships. It could be romantic relationships, intimate partners, but it could also be a friend, a colleague, even a stranger, right? It's somebody that you have an encounter with that has some significance for you. And how that relationship, because they all are, a projection or a reflection or a manifestation. I guess I like the word manifestation more, of our own inner patterns. And that's what we see when we look at astrology charts, right? We see how those patterns show up for an individual, and then those patterns manifest in the individual's experiences, like, and the kind of people who show up in their life, or so it could be the specific relationship issues that come up, like where is the conflict, where is the challenge, where is the unmet need, where is the learning and growth edge for you. And so that's going to come up in relationships, because relationships are a reflection of the inner truth, the inner experience. Not to get all deep on you, but of course the moon is going into Scorpio. So we're going to, as we head into the next couple of days with the moon in Scorpio, working through some of those deeper places of truth and opportunities for transformation. So we will keep moving forward on this journey of life and see what comes next. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Marina Orms. My website is astrologyheals.com. You can book a reading with me. I would also love it if you would go, if you haven't yet, go check out transformationalastrology.com. That is my membership site that I have chosen to do not on a one of the big well-known platforms, but on a more independent platform for various reasons. But go check it out and see what I'm up to there. I am going to be sharing more with you, and we'll have opportunity to get to know each other a little bit better there. You can comment on my posts, we can engage in some discussions and so on. So transformationalastrology.com. Some of you have already checked out and filled out my survey that I have there. Thank you so much. And so I'm getting to know you all a little bit, and I'm looking forward to more. Thanks for being here and subscribing. I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.